Thursday was the end of week 13 on Mounjaro's because I started on the 4th of April. So I did 2.5 milligrams for a month, 5 milligrams for a month, and then 7.5 milligrams. And I believe last week at my last weigh-in, I was 10 stone 12. So this week I've lost 3 pounds. I'm 10 stone 9, which gives me a BMI of 30.1 and means that I only need to lose 1 more pound to be out of the obese category and into the overweight category. That is still a sort of landmark for me. Good thing is 10 stone 9, only 1 more pound until I'm out of the obese category, which I'm really delighted at because according to my Fitbit, I haven't been in the 10 stones since 2019. That's insane. So that's literally 5 years. So that's amazing. Talk about non-scale victories first. One of my non-scale victories, I got out of the shower this morning. I swear I started to see a collarbone. You can't see it now. And I'm not going to lie, I spent a while trying to I took like 16 pictures of this now non-existent collarbone. I don't know if it's the water that clung and like defined. I mean, you can't see it now, can you? Maybe, but I got my hopes up that there was a bit of a collarbone being able to be seen, which has now since disappeared. So I think I'm a bit premature on the collarbone front. That's one non-scale victory. I nearly saw my collarbone without like flexing. The second non-scale victory is I can now comfortably fit into a medium work uniform. In 14 weeks on Mounjaro, I have lost 35 pounds. So I think that currently puts me at 147 pounds or 10 stone 7. So I'm finally out of the obese category and finally into the just overweight category. Obviously, because I'm quite a newbie to ab workouts and stuff, and even the beginner ab workouts on YouTube, I really struggle with. And I was on my phone feeling awkward for a bit, like YouTubing stuff and like trying to get things right. And there's this one thing, it's like called the dead bug. I just couldn't get my coordination. You have to lie on your back and like you lift one arm, then you lift your leg. And I just wasn't getting it right. And I felt like a bit of a fool. But I allowed myself to have that space and to just be like, I don't care if people are watching me. I don't care if people can see my camel toe. I'm going to do this dead bug. I'm going to try and work my core and I'm just going to crack on with it. So that is a non-scale victory. In the gym has been amazing for my mental health. I know I won't shut up about that. I don't really care. It's given me loads of confidence. Well, you know, a lot more confidence. Let's be real. My self-esteem, my self-confidence at the beginning of this year was not even on the floor. It was less than non-existent. And now I feel comfortable in the gym space. I feel like I can exist in the gym space. Honestly, I look forward to going to the gym. And on days when I don't go to the gym in the morning, I just kind of feel a bit like I wish I'd gone to the gym. Week 15, I don't know what to say, to be honest. Like, it's been a complex week in like all aspects, I think. So firstly, I dropped back down to the 5 milligrams. Oh, I'm doing a 30-day Stairmaster challenge. My original plan was to do the Stairmaster every day for 30 days. That kind of hasn't worked out, but because I think my original plan was to do 10 minutes on the Stairmaster every day. But some days I did like 15 minutes, some days I did 20 minutes. One day, because I think the day that England lost, I did 25 minutes on the Stairmaster. Because I was like trying to get myself going. I was like, come on, like, and then, you know, 3 lines on repeat. They still lost, but I did 25 minutes on the Stairmaster. I think it's day 11 of that sort of journey now. Last week I was 147 pounds or 10 stone 7. I like to work in stone, to be honest. This week I'm 10 stone 5. Sundays are the best days for me for filming at the gym because there's less people there and I'm able to sort of do it without feeling as embarrassed. Although I do, you know, look around and scout the place out before I click film. Just starting with a little warm up here. I like to swing my arms about, do the shoulders as well. Especially because the thing is, until you're like absolutely knackered and sore the next day, you don't know that you haven't warmed up properly, do you? Here's some Starry J's. I love a Starry J. Honestly, my arms were shaking. I've got no strength whatsoever. But to be honest, my heart was pounding after that and I was a bit knackered and I just kind of thought, is it home time yet? But we're going to keep going. I do really like those leggings, I'm not going to lie. Right, I believe this is a Russian twist, or my interpretation of a Russian twist. I'm not quite sure if I've mastered it, but I did watch a few YouTube videos and I think you just put your feet up and twist. This is me trying to do a bicycle crunch. I do look like I'm squirming around and having a bit of an event, like, you know, a reaction to something. That was really knackering. Like, I was honestly so knackered after doing that, but my tummy, my core was, you know, it was tight. It was doing something. Here's me doing little toe touches. I'm not really sure if you're meant to like thrust your head up like that. I was trying to just work with my abs and like make me abs do the lifting, but I do look like I'm in despair there, don't I? I do look like I'm struggling. I like my leggings. I need to get new trainers because those Primark ones, they only cost me about 7 or 8 quid, but they've got a hole in and I've had them since January and they stink. Here's me doing some squats. Now basically my left knee clicks every time that I squat, and then I started YouTubing loads of squat form videos and how to do a squat properly. But my worry is I've become really self-conscious about how I squat now, because I'm like, what if I'm not squatting properly? Here's me tying my shoelaces. To be fair, the Primark shoes, they've done me well. They've done me for like 7 months, cost about 7 quid. I think the Alpha Elite leggings might have been about 40 quid. Here's me squatting from another angle. I think I just wanted to show you my bum here, let's be real. Welcome to my week 16 update video. Week 16 on Mounjaro, and I have lost another 2 pounds, which brings my grand total since I started on Mounjaro on the 4th of April to 39 pounds. So I currently weigh 143 pounds or 10 stone 3. And when I started Mounjaro on the 4th of April, I was 13 stone or 182 pounds. I'm currently on 5 milligrams of Mounjaro. I did a month on 2.5, a month on 5, a month on 7.5, and then I dropped back down to 5 because I was experiencing sort of extreme lethargy, and I was worried that that was something to do with the 7.5. So I thought I may as well give it a go. I'll drop down to 5 milligrams. It wasn't the 7.5. I think I spoke about when I first started on 5 milligrams, the food noise was back. Obviously, it wasn't as severe as when I didn't have Mounjaro. And I think what I sort of had to remind myself, and I think what people were kind of helpful in reminding me of, is that it's normal to feel hungry. I went to the GP, I got my bloods done because I was convinced I was anemic. Turns out my haemoglobin on my blood count's 140, which is within normal range. I was convinced it was like 75. I was like, just give me the blood transfusion now before it drops below 70. That does put me, I think, a BMI of 28.9. So when I first started, I was in obese category 2. I'm now currently in the overweight category. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a graph here of my weight loss this year, so you can sort of see the trend, the weight loss in the last 6 months, and also the weight loss over the year, because obviously 6 months it's sort of gone like that, but January up and down, because I got a personal trainer in January, but I was really struggling still, and without the Mounjaro, like, you know, I would still be struggling, I'm not gonna lie. Week 17 in Mounjaro, and I have lost 0 pounds. Now, you know, I could have a little existential over it, or I could just get a grip. I did allow myself rest days, okay, but out of the 30 days I did go on the Stairmaster for a total of 21 days, and that ranged from between 10 minutes and 25 minutes. So I'll put a picture here of how many minutes I did every day. So basically, even though I only did 21 out of 30 days on the Stairmaster, I think I averaged about 9.2 minutes a day or something. So it's nearly 10 minutes a day. So here's some pictures of me when I first, like before I started the Stairmaster challenge. So basically, that's my back rolls there, which, I don't know, I just hate, like, I think to be honest, everyone's self-conscious about things. My back rolls, very self-conscious. I'm self-conscious about everything, my tummy especially. But, so basically, this is what I looked like. These are the before pics from like the 9th of July, around about there, before I started the Stairmaster challenge, because I really wanted to see, you know, will my body change and how will it change. So yeah, so I don't know, I don't think I'm going to put them up for too long, but these are my before pictures, okay? And I'm not going to lie, that last day on the Stairmaster, I was just like, do you know what, I wasn't even going to do it. I was like, should we make it another rest day? But then I kind of like the sound of like 21 days out of 30 better than 20, because obviously 21 days is 3 weeks, and then I don't know, it just felt better. So I was like, come on babe, one last push. It was agony. It was just me and the Stairmaster facing each other, you know, trying to get over the final hurdle. Now let's start with weight and measurements. So beginning of the Stairmaster challenge, 148 pounds, about 10 stone 8 if you're in the UK. I like to work in stones, but apparently no other country in the world does. At the end of the 30 days, I weighed about 141 pounds. I think my legs have definitely slimmed down a lot since I started this journey in January and even April. Like, I've lost over 40 pounds since April, and my legs have definitely slimmed down. And if you look at my back rolls, you know, I think I'm trying to hope that I'm not like just tricking myself into seeing a difference, but I do think you can see a difference, and I'm going to continue going. I'm not going to go on the Stairmaster every day, let me tell you. Week 19, I'm on 7.5 milligrams. I think This might be my second week back on 7.5 milligrams. It's been going okay, no side effects so far, which, you know, touch wood. And week 19, I lost 3 pounds. So I was 141 pounds the week before, or 10 stone 1. And on Thursday, I weighed in at 9 stone 12, or 138 pounds, I think that is. I've just had 3 days off the gym. I'm cool with that. You know, my body needed the rest, and then I'm ready to go back at it today. So I think I'm listening to my body more. So I think when I last spoke to you, it was week 20. I was 9 stone 10, or I think it's 136 pounds. And I want to say my BMI was about 27.5, something like that. So in the past 2 weeks since we last spoke, I've put on 2 pounds. So that means I'm now 138 pounds, or 9 stone 12. And I'm not surprised. Like, I was on 7.5 milligrams. So this is I'm nearly at 6 months now since I started Mounjaro. And I was on 7.5 milligrams. But to be honest, I just felt like it wasn't doing anything. Like, the food noise was back. And I must say, the past few weeks especially, it's like, I mean, if you cast your minds back to the time, like, before you were on Mounjaro, do you know when you're, like, almost feral for food? Like, you just can't stop thinking about food. Like, you're just, like, inhaling food. It was like that. Like, honestly, I got this Chinese. It was gone in seconds. Like, but the thing is, for the first time since I started, the past month, I've actually been craving food. I've been craving takeaways. I've been, like, gagging for it. So with that 2 pound gain, then there's still, I think, 15 pounds or 16 pounds for me to lose until I'm in the healthy BMI range for my height, because I'm 4'11". So I think the healthy range for me is about 6 stone 8 to 8 stone 11. But in my adult life, I've not been 8 stone 11. The most I got down to on diets or whatever was about 9 stone 2. And at the time I thought it was enormous, but looking at pictures, I was skinny. So I don't know how I feel about the 8 stone 11 thing, but at the minute we're not there yet, are we? Because we've had a bit of a backtrack. So non-scale victories. Number 1, I actually tried on a skirt that I hadn't worn in about 5 years. And it's a size 10 and it nearly zipped up. I'll put a picture. Now, there's no way I'm a size 10. There's no way, I don't even think I'm a size 12. Because obviously, because of the proportions, like, I just don't think my stomach would fit into anything that's a size 12. I don't think I want to buy new clothes until I actually get to a healthy BMI, because I don't want to keep having to buy new clothes and it's expensive. I am sort of curious as to what size I am. So I think I want to say I did my waist like measurements the other day and it was 30.5 inches, but I could be lying, because I'm sure recently it was 31 or 31.5. I fell off the wagon, as it were, but I suppose you can also turn that into a little positive and be like, well, you're back on it now. And in the past, if you'd have been derailed in any way, shape or form from a diet, you'd have been like, right, that's it, sod it then, not going to bother, you know, and go get 50 takeaways in a week. So I suppose we can spin that into a victory, that I am now back on track. I'm optimistic, and I've lost 44 pounds since I started Mounjaro and 50 pounds since January. So I think in some of my YouTube shorts, I was like, oh, 50 pounds lost or whatever. And I think people were a bit confused. It's like, because that 6 pounds that I lost between January and April still counts. It still counts. Yeah, highest weight of 188 pounds, which obviously at 4'11", I was not small. It was, let's say it was noticeable. I was big. Do you know what I mean? And to be fair, like, I still look in the mirror and I think, because I don't know, like the other day, I think it's because it's psychological, isn't it? Because the other day I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh, wow, as if I'm doing well. But then obviously now I've put this 2 pounds on. Like, I looked in the mirror this morning, I was like, oh, but I think that is just psychological, isn't it? But I need to look at how far I've come. Like, with the 2 pound gain, that means 44 pounds since April on Mounjaro in 23 weeks and 50 pounds since January. So it's decent, do you know what I mean? It's decent, but I think I need to start getting back on track now. And I think I will.